Hey legend, hey stop scrolling for a second and come with me on a little journey and I'll show you how I got this poor little chewed up turtle who'd been attacked by dogs back up looking absolutely smick like over here and back out into the wild. This is something different for me, a bit of long form content, but I'm really proud of this little journey, and if you like the more the long form stuff, chuck a few comments down below and share it around. Onya Legends, I think you really enjoy this one. Our little rescue turtle's just chowing down its worms and its turtle food. Oh yeah, you get as much of that into you as you want. Start healing up that shell. This turtle has been through the absolute wars, was handed in to the vets. They gave it antibiotics, patched it up as good as they can. I've had to just let it heal before I take this cover off and then patch what I need to patch myself. That one's a long-term patient. It's been in for about 6 weeks. We thought it might get infection, but it's been going really well, so kicking goals. How about the resilience of this guy? All right, let's tell his story. So it was handed in yesterday by a member of the public after she came outside and found that her 2 Jack Russells had been trying to gnaw on it all night. And you can see the parts that they gnawed on. Trying to get to its head. You can see that area there has been, its shell has just been chewed up. And it's been trying to get to its legs. So it just goes to show you how good these critters are at defending themselves and just their defense mechanisms of their shell. Like obviously it's saved its life. You can see the bite marks consistently all night where they've chewed it up. And yet I can't see one mark on any of its fleshy body parts. Like all its toes, there's no bite marks or sores. So it's solely been shell damage. Look at the chew marks underneath it. Imagine that, what it went through. But good on it for sticking to what it knows and defending itself. So hopefully now it's not structurally damaged, as in like other than the chew marks, like its bits missing, but there's no cracks in its shell. The bite marks haven't put any puncture wounds in it. As I said, there's no damage I can see to the actual meaty structure of the turtle. Hey, heaps of turtles lately, heaps of mischief. But I like the turtles because they don't move fast. They're pretty good patients normally, and they're very resilient creatures. All right, I'm going to go and get some stuff organised. Night shift again tonight for 4 nights. Oh, heading into the local dentist just to see if I can get some more resin to help me turtles out. Strange business out here. How good's this? Yana, our local dentist, who's actually responsible for one of my front teeth, always looked after me when I'm into mischief, and now she's even helping out the animals when they're in mischief. So give me the little UV torch, this is, isn't it? Yep. And a heap of like proper little fillers so we can rebuild these turtle shells. I even got a little list here. I've had a crash course. So it's really good to see our locals helping out all the critters. You've always liked animals and I appreciate the help. So I can't say that it's going to be the best patch job. It might look a bit wonky, but I'll get there. Get better. Yeah, apprentice turtle patcher. Oh, yay. Onya Legends. Yay. How good's that? I don't know how much that stuff would cost, and they just give it all to me because they know we're helping critters. So hopefully I can find a good one, and then I can come back in and buy the best one. It's so good to get good advice from someone like that. Obviously, if this stuff can go in your mouth and be durable and it's non-toxic, it's going to be the best option. So good to have these connections and these people willing to help out. What a great little community we've got here. Righto, legends. Check out this poor little Aussie battler. It's got itself in a bit of mischief. It's our most recent patient to the animal hospital. It's an eastern long-necked turtle. It's a female. But what we want to do for this poor old girl is try and restore her shell to a point where if an attack like this happens again, she'll have it covered, and I might try and repair all this because obviously this is exposed bone now, and we've got some awesome new equipment that we're going to have a go with, some dental fillers and some proper UV torches. A bit more of an expensive repair, but we're lucky enough that the dentist actually is such a good person. She actually donated all this to us, so we'll give it a go. But in the future, I might have to purchase a bit of this handy resin and these dental fillers. So let's have a go, hey? You can see there where, back leg here, and the vital parts. The dogs were actually trying to get to that soft tissue and managed to hold up the attack. So well done. You've survived the hardest part. Now hopefully we can help you out. See how we go here. So our first step's going to be just to clean away this affected area. So vets have told me that you can just scrub it with a bit of this wash, irrigation, a bit of saline, clean toothbrush, brand newy, and just clean that off, and it's not really harsh on the bone. It should clean away all the organic material and just clean it up before we prep it for this repair. Alright, here we're just giving it a little scrub up. It's cleaning up quite nicely. You can see it's obviously taken the top layer out, which isn't ideal, but I'm sure that will sort of repair itself on its own. There's not much I can do about that. I can only try and rebuild this bone section and stop it from any bacteria or anything getting in there and provide a bit more of a bumper. Let's see how we go, just scrubbing it up. You right in there, mate? How good's that? We've cleaned it all up. It's come up quite well. Quite a lot of sediment came out and contaminants, so definitely worth doing. It's pretty lucky with this turtle. They're normally covered in a lot of algae and growth, but maybe because the dogs were rolling around all night in the grass, and obviously you can see all the bite marks and the chew marks. Even underneath her here, you can see some of the damage done where they've pushed her around, taking that top layer of skin off. That maybe a lot of that's worn off, but yeah, we'll have you good as gold soon, legend. Alright, so first we're going to start off with some of this primer, which looks like good stuff too, because you've got to put this on first, and then hopefully after I dry a couple more sections of this right off, then you hit this with a light, and that will give it a surface that sort of etches in and then allows for these nice little fillers and that to bond onto and go really hard. So, you know, we'll see how we go, and we can spread it around and dab it and yeah, coat it around with that. Right, so we'll just drip a couple of little drops of this. Apparently you don't need very much. It goes a long way. 3 sort of drops of that. And then we'll use some of these bad boys, if I can figure out how to open these. Oh, here we go. How good's that? Beautiful. Now we just get this. I'm going to dab this all on here. This would be so hard to do in someone's mouth. I've got heaps of room here. Shout out to all the dentists out there. People, they have to do this in someone's tiny little mouth. And at least turtles don't have bad breath, so it's a bit of a win, eh? You be right in there, mate? Alright, so sort of that's all the spaces that I want it to adhere to. And then I'm going to use this UV light to then seal it off. And it will go hard and give the bonding paste something to really grab hold of, because we want to make sure it sticks. We don't want half your lid falling off after all this effort, do we? Alright, here, that really actually did go a long way. Those few little drops really went a long way. So, got to put this on for the time. Whoops, crikey Moses. Power 1, time 10 seconds. Now let's see if I can get this right. Try not to look directly at it, because I couldn't imagine that'd be good for your eyes. Don't want to put it in the turtle's eyes either. Just waving this over. Now you can see here, see how it looks wet? You can see on the end of the shell, but when you put your finger on it, it's nothing. Because it's that the hardened sort of undercoat that's going to let the proper resin adhere to that and grab hold of it, like the primer. So it looks like it's worked really well. That's cool. Sorry, I'll sit you back down here. It's working. Come along good. Alright, now we've got the good stuff in here. So it looks like I can just twist this up and it will come out. Oh, it's pretty solid. Like lipstick, sort of like plasticine, I guess. So I can mould it a bit. Oh, it is quite solid. Which is good. That's sort of what I want. Be able to mould those little holes that are missing out. It's a cool little tool. Shout out to the dentist that donated that. That probably cost her a fortune. She's like, yeah, just take it. It's for the animals. Legends. I know, so... Oh, this is so thick. I'm hoping. Oh yeah, see? I can just mould this in. Shape it around. Oh, this is awesome stuff. And obviously it's just made for a person's mouth. You don't have all the nasty chemicals and toxins in it that you might find in other products. Oh, that's beautiful. Alright, now I'll try and... I don't want to put the torch on this by accident and ruin that bit, so we'll sit that over here. And we'll get our little torch out. Let's go for 10, eh? See how tough that is. Oh, you are kidding me. Don't know if you guys can hear that, but that is ridiculous. Sorry, mate, I'm knocking on your door there. That has gone super hard. This is awesome, Legends. How good. Super strong and durable. And it's adhered so well. It's pretty much like that part of the shell was never gone. So now I'm going to have to keep building this profile around here and doing the same thing. Hopefully she'll get her whole shell profile back. Be back in a good order. Are you right in there? Oh, you got to be happy with this, Legends. Look at the profile I've built back up here. I'm absolutely stoked with this, to be honest. And it's amalgamated all up there nicely onto her shell. You can see that. That was all gone there, all chewed out through here, and I've built that all back up. And it is rock hard. And it's going to give her the utmost protection. Pimping it out. Beautiful. You are coming up beautiful. You're doing so well in there. Not much longer. I'll have you back in the water. Being a turtle again. Righto, that's the front section done. All that has been repaired. Really happy with that. Absolutely smick. Now this section's got a lot missing out of here, but we'll see how we go. This stuff has been absolutely awesome. This will be my go-to, I think. It's just super cool. So back onto the primer first. So we'll get a new stick though. Come on, get out of there. You nifty little gibber. And we'll prime all this section up. It's amazing how far this primer actually goes. Only 4 drops seems to really get it done. Definitely makes a difference. And it probably helps that it's a turtle shell. Imagine how hard it would be to stick this filler onto a tooth that's really wet and shiny and smooth. This at least has a lot more little grooves and crevices to bond to. I'm assuming that would definitely help. But I'm no dentist. I'm just a Sparky trying to do cool things with critters, and having these type of people help me out is absolutely awesome. Just goes to show you, you just got to go and ask. The more you ask, the more you learn. And I'm sure there's plenty of people out there willing to help out, but you got to have that courage just to ask. Throw those ideas out there, and you'll be amazed what you can achieve with people helping you out. Alright, plenty of primer on there. Let's seal all this off. I feel like I'm in like Star Wars or something. Like this is a mad little lightsaber. Boom. Alright, so I'm just going to pack this in here. It's a pretty big hole in here. Just going to have to try and patch all this over. Might take a few goes at this. Don't want to try and do too big an area at once. Don't want to get my ambitions mixed up with my capabilities here. Unbelievable. Oh, we're nearly out here, but it's all about using every little bit we can. So we've maxed her out, but dug a fair bit out of there. Crikey. Very efficient here. Look at that. One side to go. Shit, the bed, Legends. Look at this. Starting to look more like the original shape and contours you would see on her original shell. I have run out of the thicker stuff, so we're going to try some of the thinner stuff. Like it's a bit more liquidy or viscous, I guess you would say. And yeah, but I'm pretty happy with how it's coming along. What do you reckon in there? Alright, we've got this next type of filler that's a bit more flowy. So be a bit harder, but we'll use what we can and try and build this up. Go. Light them up before it dribbles everywhere. How good is this, Legends? This is one of my most rewarding patch jobs of a turtle. To be able to use all this really specialised resin and get a bit of training from our local dentist, which is a weird combination, a wildlife warrior teaming up with a dentist. She had repaired my front tooth. It probably looks a bit better than this turtle shell, but I think I did a pretty good job for apprentice turtle shell molder. Like if you look in here now, obviously all these sections were chewed off and it has been filled with the epoxy filler, same as what goes in your teeth. Less intrusive on the turtle, I think. I think it was way less stressful. You don't have any chemicals, or even that non-toxic stuff still has some type of reaction, whereas this is so much safer. More expensive, but that's why I've been able to do this stuff, teaming up with people, having people donate, power of social media, selling a bit of merch stuff, I'm sure in the future. I think something like this is nearly $100+ for that little tube, which done most of the patching. Small price to pay to be able to restore a turtle shell so it can naturally get around and have resistance to predators. Got to do a bit more research on, I can't think I can do much about where it's lost the skin, the covering protectant over the shell there, but I don't know, we'll do a bit of research there, but yeah, absolutely stoked. It's now going to protect it from any of the intrusion from bacteria, infection, and just knocking its bone into things in the wild, like rubbing it against rocks. So I'll go and get her back in the water now and let her have a swim around and check out what it's like to have her old shell back. How good's that? Do you like that? Hey? Is that a smile? Looks like it to me. Looking good. Confident enough to stick her head back out. Oh, maybe not. At least she can hide in there now. Yeah, good. We're going to get you some water, eh? That looks like a much happier turtle now. Hey? Swimming around in there. Stephen, stop causing trouble, please. You can go back to your room. Just out feeding our little turtles, our little patients, giving them a few worms. Look at them go. Just gobbling down the worms here. Here's the one we did the shell repair on a couple of days ago. Oh, they eat them so quick, they just inhale them. Oh, he's getting back out, mate. Looks like you got a tongue. How good. Stephen, stop it, please. Stop it. Stop it or you're in trouble. Whatever, Dad. What do you reckon? Big girl, you reckon you're right to go back out into the wild today? It's a beautiful day outside. Just doing a few final checks on our turtle that we rehabbed after we pimped out his shell. Swimming around good, eh?
Hey legends, today I've got my wetsuit on. We're going to go and let this turtle go. And I'm really stoked to let it go. Yeah, we're going to use these little cameras.
Oh yeah, we're going to test out our Insta360 cameras, the Ace Pro 2 and the Insta X5. Yeah. We're really going to test out those waterproof cameras and get some good shots of this turtle going back into the river.
Yeah. Let's go, guys. Gonna get back out into the... Look at the beautiful river.
All right, let's go. Let's get him out there.
Let's go. We're gonna go into some deep water. Right over here.
Yep.
Let's see how he goes. I can't wait to see him swim. Oh, he just started. Oh,
here he goes.
You ready?
How good is that? That's so rewarding. Look at him swimming away in there. He'll be looking for some cover. This is a perfect spot for him. He's got heaps of weed to hide in. Look at him just cruising. You can see why they call them eastern long necks. The size of that neck. They can use them to poke in all the holes and eat yabbies and get in the spots that other critters can't. Look at him in there. How awesome. That's the sort of things that I really appreciate. Makes it all worth it. Hopefully his keratin grows back on his shell and he blends in a bit better, but it's not too bad. If you're walking around, I think he blends in all right. Good luck, son. Good to see him back out there. Stay away from them Jack Russells, you spoonhead. Taking his time in the river. So special.